Hi there, my name is Victor, a client advisor from TGL. Now, what exactly is that? Who am I and how did I get there? Let's talk about it to see the full process and journey that I've been through and really understand more and clear things up of what a client advisor does. So I started in the whole industry in terms of warehousing and manufacturing standpoint. I got to see a lot of how all those cogs worked in the very beginning phases of supply chain. And I think many people actually start their careers in supply chain logistics from that point on. Now, as I develop further, you notice that there's a lot more cogs to the whole process and whole journey that comes to, which is supply chain logistics. In an international standpoint, Australia being such an isolated country from everywhere else, we import a lot of goods. So it kind of, made me very curious about how things were being moved internationally, how things were being imported into Australia, what even is importing and exporting. By layman terms, all we knew was courier shipping, just moving things in a parcel. But there is a whole nother world of logistics and complications and regulations and confusions that we are here to solve. And that's why my role exists, to help customers understand more simply of the solutions that we can offer. I stumbled, starting off with sales as more of an administrative supportive role, doing a lot of data entry, supporting all the seasoned veterans in their sales avenues. So dealt a lot of cost analysis, dealt with a lot of master file and administrative tasks. That in itself gave me a very good skill set in terms of understanding the importance of organization within supply chain. Without being organized, there is no way that you can meet specific deadlines and coordinate properly and effectively. Through that experience, I obviously dealt and developed my interpersonal skills, speaking with people, getting more familiar with meetings in person and online meetings overall, consultations as well. And as time went on, I was the more curious type. I like to learn and try and gain as much knowledge as possible, which is why I stumbled into the operations team. Now for myself, I actually found a lot of similarities in terms of the skill sets I already brought onto the table from the operations roles and responsibilities. And I think that is one of the most crucial and pivoting points in my life, where seeing how everything is moved and actually coordinating the shipments with suppliers, booking in customers' cargoes on boats and carriers and airplanes, flights and all that sorts, it really opened up my knowledge in terms of the expertise that I bring to the table. And although it has been quite a short journey, there is no doubt that I'm confident through these experiences that most individuals don't have the understanding and the visibility that I was able to see by placing myself into an operational standpoint. So there's a lot of nuances there that I can pivot to, and I strongly recommend anyone watching this video to reach out to me and talk about any challenges they may face or anything that they're confused about, because I think one of the biggest pitfalls that we typically go into in the world of business is assumptions, where we do a lot of things on a day-to-day basis that seem normal to us. But when dealing with another person, an individual, maybe it a buyer, a customer, a supplier, there is always a level of assumptions being involved. And I think the only way to kind of negate that effect and reduce the assumptions being made is through communication. So anyone that is willing to give me the time for me to understand and talk about their businesses, their day-to-day jobs and operations and their requirements, I'm very, very confident that we can reach an understanding of the same level, where I pick the brain through my eagerness and curiosity to be able to develop a more robust solution of a supply chain plan. I guess the most important aspect is the transparency, which is why client advisory, in my opinion, is a lot more powerful than sales, where we're just not promoting ourselves and selling directly and pushing hard for it to win the business just for a monetary value. It's more so understanding mutually if there is any benefits in a partnership, and that's where I stand and sit in at the moment. So I'm always welcome a good coffee chat or just scheduling a meeting with anyone watching. So feel free to reach out and we can have a chat, go from there.